In today's video, we're going to learn how to talk about comic books and anime in Chinese.
The Skritter team actually visited the Taiwan Comic Book Center and picked up some really cool comic books by Taiwanese authors or authors and artists that live in Taiwan.
This video is going to be broken down into 3 parts. First one,
Key terms.
second one,
Advanced terms.
third one,
The differences or the main differences between Taiwanese and Japanese comic books. Before we start, this video is brought to you by Skritter, the app to get you to Chinese and Japanese mastery. Create your own decks or learn from Skritter's curated word lists and popular textbooks. Learn and practice vocabulary at the most optimal times for your retention. Sign up for a free account today and get a complimentary copy of our new ebook, Skritter's Complete Guide to Learning Chinese. First, let's get some basic terms down. Now, please note that these terms can of course be used to describe comic books and anime from all countries. So you can use it to talk about Japanese, Korean, Taiwanese anime. These are just generic terms in Chinese to talk about anime. Now, let's start with the basics. How do you say comic book? And I'm going to ask you this intentionally. How do you say comic book artist in Chinese?
漫画 for comic book and 漫画家 for comic book artist.
So my next question is, comic book is obviously the book version and anime is the animated version of these comic books.
Anime 的话是动漫，对
And that's an abbreviated version, really.
对，通常它就是有漫画的版本，叫做动漫。日系的作品通常就是动漫，然后像欧美的那种，像是那个脑筋急转弯叫 Soul 的那一种，就是迪士尼的那一个系列，基本上是叫做动画。
Okay, so generally speaking, animated movies, you can call them in a general term 动画. So these are your more like Disney,
宫崎骏的
yeah, or yes,
吉卜力
Studio Ghibli films. These are called kind of
动画.
But if the source material comes from comic books, you would specifically use the term 动漫. Now, since we've kind of covered generic kind of Western style animation, what do we call cartoons? Like your Tom and Jerry's or
卡通，
卡通.
对。
And 卡通 generally is more, I also would say more,
给小朋友看。
yes, so it could be anime, but for kids,
对。
but you could still refer to it as 卡通 cartoons.
对，就是小朋友回家看卡通。可是如果你讲说我要看卡通，感觉你会是在看佩佩猪的感觉。
Yes.
我知道我可以放什么进去了。
很好，但不要告诉我。
But if you say, 我今天晚上要去看
卡通。
动漫,
动漫的话就
then you're
感
like,
觉是
okay, you're watching some kind of anime. Now let's talk about the format or styles comic books can come in general. Let's talk about first the styles. How would you talk about that?
画风，
Okay, so the
画风。
style, 风格的风,
对。
right?
绘画的风格。
风. So using this term and then adding the name of the country in front, you can imply this is more Japanese style, this is more American style. So how do we say that?
它是比较日系的画风，或是美式的画风。
From what I know about comic books, they can either come in so they're standalone stories, so one book, one story, or from what I'm most familiar with is generally comic books tend to come in long series. So how do we distinguish these two types?
通常短篇的就会是单行本，单行本就是单次发行的书，单行本。那长篇的通常就是套书。
Okay, so there we got 2 excellent terms as well. 长篇, 短篇, longer formats, shorter formats. Since we're talking about anime and not just comic books exclusively, I also think there's a good term to learn, and that is the term to say adapted from. And you can actually apply this to movies that are not just anime. So if something is adapted from a particular novel or adapted from a particular comic book, you can use this term. And what is that term, Iona?
改编，像是《地海战记》，吉卜力的《地海战记》就是从《地海》这系列小说改编的。
改编而成. And then how about let's use a comic book example?
鬼灭之刃》它是由漫画改编的。
So adapted from comic books. 漫画改编. Now, let's move on to some more advanced terms. We have an avid comic book reader here, so we're really going to do a deeper dive into the world of comic books and anime. And Iona, I know you've provided some terms ahead of our recording today, and I don't understand one single one of them. Just like, so can you walk us through some of those terms?
二次元就是我们是活在三次元的世界嘛，所以就是二次元就是像书一样，所以任何发生在就是纸本上面的或者是漫画里面的，我们就叫它二次元。
Okay, can you give me an example sentence? I still don't know how to use it. I see. So it's simply a term to describe characters in this two-dimensional world, right? So it's not negative or positive, it's just simply a description. All right, can you give me another example sentence of 二次元?
他是我二次元的偶像。
Okay, clear, right. So in this case, you're just indicating that you're a big fan of this comic book character. All right, how about 新番?
新番它其实是一个日文的词
Okay.
它的意思是新节目。 番
okay.
就是日文的节目，因为很多这一系列二次元世界里面的词，它是从日本过来的，然后台湾人就会直接就是把那个汉字翻过来，所以它新番就是新节目。
This is a great example of what Iona just mentioned, where characters will be adopted in Mandarin and they will be read with the Mandarin pronunciation of that particular character. They will not be read in its original Japanese.
对，没错。
How about 同人 and 纸片人?
同人是除了官方作品之外，粉丝作者他一系列周围自己创作的作品都叫做同人。
So anything that's created by the fandom, whether it be stories, fantasy, or whether it be actual comic books, that can all fall under the category of 同人.
对，
Finally, 纸片人 is the same as 二次元.
基本上是差不多。对，因为就是你知道那种手游啊，会有那种恋爱手游，然后就是那些男生很帅，女生也很帅，然后就是他会讲说，哦，我是喜欢上纸片人。对
Right, so you've fallen in love with some essentially a fictional person on paper.
对，但是其实这个词原本也是有，就是指一个人他瘦到像是纸片。 但是在这个情境里面，他就是在讲二次元的人类。对。
Now, a lot of the stories that we see within comic books, and particularly the stories that we grew up with, fall in two main categories. And that is kind of very like, boy, they're teenagers, maybe they're playing adventure, play basketball, maybe there's a chef. Or very much kind of within the feminine realm of, falling in love. Love stories. You fall in love with a guy 2 years above you in high school, things like that. So there are actually general terms for these types of comic books. And what are they?
少年漫画跟少女漫画。
Now, the comic books that we refer to from our childhood, these 少年漫画, 少女漫画, tend to have a more singular worldview in terms of, it's very much kind of boy leaning or girl leaning, and it even extends to the objects of their desire, right? So, girls falling in love with boys, boys falling in love with beautiful girls. Whereas now you actually find a much more diverse worldview within comic books, and definitely within the stories and love interests that they explore. Now, a category that I find very intriguing that I think definitely explores new ideas of masculinity or femininity is actually a category called boys love. And the main protagonists are generally two men that fall in love with each other. So on the surface, it looks like maybe a gay love story, but in fact, the fandom of this boys love category is mostly straight women, believe it or not. So
and even straight men.
And even straight men. So it's really kind of exploring different concepts of masculinity and what it means to be a boy that loves.
我觉得是透过两个角色都是同样性别的情况下去探讨什么样是爱，然后因为他的客群都是直女嘛，所以当然他的两个角色就是男生，所以也会有两个角色都是女生的。
Yes, so there is also a girls love GL category. Now, when I was first introduced to this category, I did have a misconception of it being more adult content. So speaking of adult content, what is the term?
18禁。
Right. So there is a lot of BL content that is adult content.
对。
But in fact, that's an oversimplification of the category. Boys love the BL content can be very pure and innocent, but it can also explore some very sexual themes.
那相反的词就是清水。
So things that are very clear like water with nothing murky or saucy within it. Okay. Now, for those of you that are into Japanese comic books and anime, you will know that anime and comic books have deep cultural roots within Japanese society. It has had phenomenal international impact and art, and it's a significant part of modern Japanese culture. Now, Taiwan, I would say, I think it's fair to say that we don't have the same historical background, nor do we have the scale of artists working in the anime or comic book industry. But I was so pleasantly surprised when we went to the Taiwan Comic Book Center to see the variety of styles and, in particular, topics covered by Taiwanese artists or artists living in Taiwan from all the comic books that we saw in the center. And Iona, you have a bit of an explanation as to why. Again, so maybe Taiwan comic book artists aren't the most skilled, you know, compared to the years of experience maybe a Japanese comic book artist would have. But there is definitely something about the topics. And why is that?
因为台湾的出版业算是亚洲里面基本上就是最开放、最自由的。所以其实像是 BL 区有 LGBT 这一方面的内容，基本上像是在日本或是韩国是基本上会被当成色情的内容来处理，甚至是无法出版。但是在台湾都可以，而且基本上像是比较色情的内容的话，我们也没有那么多的，就是要怎么讲 blur 掉的法规，所以非常多亚洲不同地区的作者非常喜欢来台湾出版，真的非常喜欢。所以如果你来台湾找中文的漫画，你可以找到世界各国的好超级无敌棒的漫画，就是翻译成中文。他们非常喜欢。
That was something that was very interesting. So maybe there is a particular artist that you follow and they have come to Taiwan to issue a special edition release because of the more open nature of our publication industry. Now, the blurring out that Iona was referring to is that, of course, if there is more explicit content in, let's say, Japan, it will be it will be blurred out.
对，
And it's not to say that only explicit content is released in Taiwan. But as Iona was mentioning, because Taiwan is a very open society in general, perhaps some of these more diverse love stories would be considered explicit content in their original country when it's not really explicit content, it's just a diverse love story. Here, they would be published as per usual.
所以我真的觉得就是这次带你们去台湾漫画中心，我非常开心，就是可以看到台湾这么多很棒的作者，然后加上台湾又真的是一个这方面出版，我非常骄傲啦。所以就是下次希望你们有来台湾的话，可以去看看，支持台湾当地的漫画家。
Yes, we highly recommend. It's a small, quaint coffee shop center. The staff are highly versed in all of the comic books that are in the store. And if you want a particular topic, genre, they will walk you through. I definitely walked away with some comic books that I was very interested of. Two topics. Number one, we live in Danshui here in Taiwan, so I actually got loads of stories surrounding my local area, which was really refreshing for me. And of course, I got lots of cool feminist content set in a Chinese, Taiwanese setting. So I'm super excited to kind of get through those comic books. But I did want to ask you kind of one final question, Iona. But what would you say the main difference between a Taiwanese comic book author or artist versus a Japanese one?
我觉得这可以再拉韩国，因为韩国是条漫非常发达的国家。我觉得真的是不同国家他们会在，我觉得不是画画的技巧，我觉得画画技巧真的还好，以亚洲地区来说其实都差不多。但是我真的觉得主题会差非常大。像韩国他们有很多关于容貌焦虑、年龄之间的就是阶层之间的焦虑的东西。
Okay, so Korean stories often cover anxiety around like looks or class.
然后日本的话，因为它就是一个非常成熟的产业，所以什么都有。Yeah, fair enough.
So Japanese comic books, well, it's a very mature industry, so you can really find anything and everything.
对。然后台湾的话，我觉得就是我每次看台湾人画的漫画，我都会就是你已经知道后面会发生什么事，就是身为台湾人，他的叙事方式就是台湾人说故事的方式，所以你已经知道后面大概会发生什么事，可是你就是会 还是会看到哭到不行。就是它就是台湾人的故事，每一本都是非常台湾人的，就是台湾人非常喜欢，台湾人是非常的有宗教信仰的，就是一般宗教信仰，然后所以有很多神怪类的故事，台湾人真的超爱神怪类的故事，然后去看这个神怪类的故事去怎么融合进一般的故事，像你看那个女权的那个也是啊，它就是也有神怪的成分，就是神怪故事如何去融入他们想讲的主题，无论是任何的主题。
So to summarize from what I'm hearing from Iona is that Taiwanese stories, while maybe for a Taiwanese person the plot line is somewhat predictable, you might be able to expect what the ending is, but there's really a lot of infusion of local culture, folk tales. And when Iona says a very religious aspect, I think it's important to kind of disconnect what we think maybe in a Western context of being very religious. What Iona is really saying is kind of local stories, ghosts, goddesses, deities, infusing a lot of these elements to tell Taiwanese stories essentially. Maybe they're very predictable for Iona, but maybe not predictable for you. Well, we hope you enjoyed today's video, and we highly recommend you go visit the Taiwan Comic Book Center if you're visiting Taipei.
我们下次见，拜拜。Good video. I want the Fiona 抓狂 clip.